Ever wondered how you build a billion-dollar empire that's completely tax-free? Well, today, we're going to break down that exact blueprint. We're going to peel back the layers on the world of commercialized religion and map out the entire journey, from the very bottom right to the very, very top. So just picture this, right? You're on stage, 30,000 people are in front of you. They're crying, and you're up there with a microphone and a $10,000 Rolex on your wrist. And you're about to explain why God needs them to buy you a third private jet. And the wildest part? You haven't paid a penny in taxes in over a decade. This is the end game. But how on earth do you get here? Well, it's basically a 6-level climb. You start as an unpaid believer, and you ascend all the way to become this untouchable leader, running the whole show like a Fortune 500 company, just with way fewer rules. So let's start where everyone has to start, right at the bottom, level 1. Every great empire needs a solid foundation. And in the megachurch business, that foundation is built on 2 key things: pure, powerful belief and a whole lot of free labor. Okay, here you are, level 1. You are the volunteer usher. Your alarm goes off at 5 a.m. on a Sunday, and nope, you are not getting paid for this. Your job is pretty straightforward. You smile, you hand out some programs, and you direct thousands of people into this massive auditorium. The guys at the top, they don't even know your name. But trust me, this whole operation couldn't run without you.
But wait, it gets even crazier. You're not just working for free. Oh no, you're actually paying them for the privilege. You give 10% of your own hard-earned income, your tithe, just to be here. Think about that. You're literally paying to work.
This role, it's kind of like being the lowest guy on the totem pole in the Yakuza, the one who's scrubbing the boss's car. Or maybe like a cabin boy on a pirate ship doing all the grunt work. And you don't complain. Why? Because it's not about the money for you. You believe in the mission. You're just happy to be a part of something bigger. All right, let's start climbing the ladder. We're moving on up now, leaving the world of volunteers behind and stepping into the realm of the paid professionals. This is where belief stops being just a feeling and starts becoming a product, something you can actually engineer. So you've got a promotion. Welcome to level 2, the small group leader. Now you're still not getting a paycheck, but hey, you're basically middle management now. You're hosting weekly get-togethers, making people feel connected. But your real job, it's all about retention and recruitment. You're the glue that keeps the paying customers, congregation, coming back. Part social worker, part sales rep, all unpaid. And here it is, level 3, the production director. You have finally made it. You are on the payroll. You're sitting in a dark control room and you're surrounded by millions of dollars of audio-visual equipment. For you, this is not a church service. No way. This is a Broadway show, and you are the director. Your entire job is to manufacture emotion. Why? Because emotion drives donations. It's a science. You know precisely when to dim the lights to make things feel intimate. You know the exact moment to swell the background music to get the tears flowing. A perfect show means the collection plates are overflowing. But one little technical glitch, that could cost the empire thousands. Okay, so the operation is getting huge. So big that one building just can't contain it anymore. It's time to scale up. And when you scale, you need a whole new level of management. You need franchise managers. Welcome to level 4. You're now a campus pastor. The church has expanded, opened up a new location in the next town, and you are the face of that franchise. You get up on stage, you welcome everybody, you shake some hands, but you don't actually preach. Nope, you just press play on a giant video of the main pastor's sermon. Now, this might sound a little intense, but this role is often compared to a cartel plaza boss. And here's why. You are in charge of a specific territory. Your job is to generate revenue, to hit those giving targets, and to make sure all that cash flows smoothly and quietly right up to the top. All right, now we're going to go behind the curtain. We're stepping away from the stage lights and into the back rooms. This is where the real power lies. This is where the empire's wealth is legally structured, protected, and multiplied. You've hit level 5. You are the chief financial officer, the CFO. And you might not even be religious, to be honest. The sermons, the music, you couldn't care less. Your Bible is a balance sheet. Your world revolves around financial structures and the holiest of holies, tax loopholes. And you are a master of your craft. You know all the tools like the parsonage allowance. So when the head pastor decides he needs a $5 million mansion, well, you just classify it as a parsonage, and poof, He lives there, completely tax-free. You're not just counting money. You are the architect building the financial fortress.
You have one main rule, your prime directive. Stay legal. Stay untaxed. You know that a megachurch is, for all intents and purposes, a massive corporation that the government can barely touch. Your entire job is to dance in that legal gray area and never, ever misstep.
The strategies you're using, they're not all that different from how billionaires use private foundations to shuffle money around tax-free, or even how cartel accountants use shell companies. The methods might be different, but the goal is exactly the same: protect the assets and make the empire completely untouchable.
Okay, we've climbed the mountain. We are at the very top now, the absolute peak of the pyramid. This isn't about running a church anymore. This is about being the CEO of a global brand, operating from inside a fortress of unimaginable wealth and power.
This is it, level 6. You are the senior pastor, the CEO. Your day looks something like this. Fly in on your private jet, deliver a perfectly polished motivational speech, and then you're gone before the last song is even over. You've got best-selling books, your own TV network, and a lifestyle that would make a Wall Street CEO blush. But all of this power, it comes with a heavy price. A lot like a Roman emperor or even the supreme boss of a crime syndicate, your incredible power creates incredible isolation. You stop seeing people. All you see are spreadsheets, demographic data, and attendance numbers. Let's talk about your reality. The second you step foot in the building, you're surrounded by a security team, the board of directors. Oh, that's just your family, so you can never get voted out. You live in a multi-million-dollar compound, walled off and completely separate from the thousands of people who are paying for, well, all of this.
And that brings us to the final big question. After this entire climb, after all 6 levels, after getting all the money and the power and the influence, you did it. You successfully built a kingdom. But in the end, are you really a king? Or are you just a prisoner, trapped inside your very own castle?